It's a special day for a number of reasons at Bobcat Stadium. A celebration of those who've served our country for Veterans Day and a recognition of Texas State senior class as they play at Bobcat Stadium for the final time. The opponent, the Georgia State Panthers, a team looking for its third win in a row and to stay in the hunt for the Sun Belt Conference title. Out of the pistol, Williams, two receivers either way. Snap is back, throws the flat passes, caught by Taylor, stumbling towards end zone, and he's in. Touchdown, Texas State. First and 10, Bobcat 31. The tight end, Wirtz motions right to left. It is a handoff for Smith, darting up the middle. That was a mistake. Brian London and Gabe Lloyd, what a tandem they've been. The stop there, no gain, second and 10. Second down and 5 for the Bobcat 34. Out of the shotgun, Manning, three wide. Play fake, pass near side, caught. And breaking a tackle to the 25-20 into the end zone, touchdown. Devin Gentry broke the tackle at around the 20-yard line, and the Bobcats could not catch up to him, and the Panthers have their first lead. Ripley is out to punt, takes a snap at his own 35, gets the punt away, high spiraling punt. Hart will let it go. At the 5, a Bobcat bounce. It's down by Dennis Johnson out around the 2-yard line. 48-yard punt. First and 10, Panthers coming up, and Ripley just flipped the football field. Cats showing a blitz. They'll bring 6. Handoff to Smith, and the blitzing linebacker makes a play. Frankie Griffin, he's made a lot of plays this year. A loss back to the 38, second down and 11. Two receivers either way for Manning. The senior quarterback steps up, pressured, and sacked by Commande Hines at the 44-yard line for a loss of a yard on the first quarter's final play. Manning with 4 receivers out of the shotgun. Snap is back. Receivers running the routes. Pass tipped and nearly picked. Was it? A diving defender at the 45-yard line. Does he have it? Snap to Williams. Play fake. A strike over the middle. Caught by Tyler Watts. Big drive so far, his third catch to the 46, moves the chains again. Shotgun snap back to Williams, 3-man Panther rush. Williams going over the middle, wide open, Chris French, touchdown Texas State. Play fake for Williams, looking, time running out, throws over the middle, pass intercepted. Through one half of play, your score, Texas State 14, Georgia State 13. Second and 10 for the 28. Manning a 3-step drop, throws Hart's way, the catch on the run, cutting inside to the 45 to the 40, off to the races, 25, wide of the tackle, finally down to the 10-yard line, and there, what we were waiting for, the big play from Penny Hart. First down and goal from the 10, 2 receivers left. Manning takes a snap, looking left, pass caught by Jones, looking for a block, and Jones takes the defender with the ball, stripped free, and the Bobcats got it at the 5-yard line. What a play by Texas State. Panthers showing a blitz on first down. They'll bring 4. Williams to throw, has straight down the seam, cutting his way down to the 38-yard line. 21 more yards and a first down. Out of the gun, Williams, the Panthers jump. It'll be a free play, and Williams pressured, and he will throw it finally to Kane to catch at the 34. Cutting left with a couple of blocks inside the 25 and down to the 23-yard line. Snap to the senior quarterback. Bobcats bring a 5-man rush. Manning pressured, steps up, and down he goes. Easy on Yama, makes the play, back to the 43, and it brings up fourth down. 3 receivers stacked to the right, one on top of the other. Hart wide left, throw to the right, caught wide open receiver, the 35, 40, midfield, 1 tackle to beat, 71 yards, his second touchdown tonight. Georgia State back on top. Second and 10, snap to Williams, here's the blitz, steps up, throwing left, and a catch is made. Hutch White on a ball that looked to be overthrown. White got his hands up to make the grab of the Panther 49. 4 wide for Williams. Taylor motions out of the backfield. Williams fakes to him, throwing right now, and that pass is tipped and caught by Elijah King, running into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas State. What a crazy play.
That pass was intended for Gabe Schrade at about the 15-yard line. Elijah King's running his go route behind that. Elijah's standing there like he's waiting for a bus here in San Marcos, and the ball ends up hitting him right in the chest.
2 wide to the right for Manning, 1 to the left, takes a snap, pressured, steps up, Manning to run, 40, 45, the ball away to his left arm, cutting outside, Bobcat 35, 30, out of bounds at the 20-yard line for a quarterback who had 35 yards rushing the entire season. Out of bounds to the Bobcat 21, following a gain of 46. on 3rd and 5. Snap to Manning. It is a run. Smith and the Bobcats run it. Easy Anyama having none of it. A tackle for loss back at the 36-yard line brings up 4th down. Here's Holdenson back to punt. From the 26, high snap over his head towards the end zone. Holdenson wisely kicks the ball out of the back of the end zone for an intentional safety.
Illegal kick, number 48 of the kicking team. The penalty is half the distance from the spot of the foul. It'll be 1st and goal, Texas State, 1/2 yard short of the goal line.
1st and goal, run by Anthony Smith up the middle, he's in. Touchdown, Texas State. 3rd down and 2 for the Bobcat 22. Run for Neal to his left, breaks a tackle inside the 10 and walks into the end zone to give Georgia State back the lead. Trips bunch to the right, 2 receivers left for Manning. Bobcats bring a 5-man rush. Manning pressured, down he goes. Frankie Griffin, the sack back at the 31, and the Bobcats get their defensive stop. Trips left, Schrade motions out of the slot, single receiver right, run for Taylor up the right side, sifting through for the 1st down and then some, breaking a tackle into the secondary. 2 midfield for a gallop of 14 yards. This the ball game. They need to reach the Panther 40 for 1st. 2 receivers left, trips to the right for Williams. 4-man Georgia State rush. Williams goes middle, pass incomplete for Watts. No flags, and the Panthers take over.
They made more plays than we did. That's usually how it works. And kids, I thought, fought really hard. I thought they competed really, really hard. We're short some guys defensively, and it showed later on in the game. Again, hats off to that team. I think they're bowl eligible, and they got a good-looking team and deserve to be bowl eligible. And we'll go back to work tomorrow and try to find a way to win a game.
A lot to the school and my family here, so it means a lot. But every game, is one game. We're gonna play them all as hard as we can. So still got 2 games left. We're gonna play them just as hard as we played tonight.
It's tough because I love this place and I love this football program. And for the last 4 years, I've put everything I've had into it. And really have sacrificed everything else in my life for it. I just, I'm disappointed that our record is what it is. But I'm confident in what the future holds.
For the Bobcats, another heartbreaking 4th quarter loss at Bobcat Stadium. Final score from Texas State, Georgia State 33, Texas State 30. The Texas State Bobcat football season is presented by H-E-B.
Welcome to the Brown Ranch in Beeville, Texas, where 5 generations of the Brown family have raised cattle since 1924. We're dedicated to doing things the old-fashioned way, allowing cattle to graze freely, and we handle our cattle horseback to minimize stress.
At H-E-B, we love working with local Texas ranchers like the Brown family. They do things right and always put quality first, which is one of the reasons why we're the #1 beef seller in Texas.
This is the local Texas Beef Department at H-E-B. No store does more than my H-E-B.
Let's go, bud. Right here. Be awesome to have this guy around all the time. Let's go, bud. Right here. The lights all around. Let's go, bud. Right here. 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 I was wrong. This is where you belong. Now go before I change my mind. Let's go, bud. Right here. Let's go, bud.
Here's to the friends you can always count on.
What do I like about Texas State?
People watching on the quad.
I love that we can express ourselves.
Our campus is so beautiful. Bobcat football. The glass bottom boat. Our professors are amazing. When I see Old Main, I know I'm home.
We're the only university in Texas to graduate a U.S. president.
Downtown San Marcos is practically on campus.
Our Tech Library.
Soapbox Derby.
I'm doing amazing research.
I'm definitely jumping in the river in graduation.
I'm just proud to be a Bobcat.
Can I say all my favorite things?
Our goal now is to try to transform the players in our program into a better football program, a better football team. An accountability level that's off the charts. Looking back at the ball game, there's several plays you'd like to have. Obviously go your way. You like to get the interception by Gabe Lloyd. You like to, every angle I've seen, he's caught the ball. So I don't know what they saw. We got our hands on 3 kicks Saturday, 2 punts and a PAT. If we do our technique just the way we coached it, saw it, those balls don't go over the line of scrimmage. They're blocked behind the line of scrimmage. We got a chance to scoop and score them for touchdowns. You take those 2 plays. You take Jashaun Wattie's dropped interception, and then you take Gabe's play, and it may be a different ball game, maybe an entirely different ball game. So that close, but close is only matters in horseshoes and hand grenades. I thought our kids battled. Again, I have not looked at a tape all year long that I didn't think our kids fought and battled and gave us effort. It's frustrating sometimes to go in that locker room, say you really spilt your guts, but you didn't get a W. Then I come back here yesterday, it's a Sunday, and we go out and practice, and we practice really well. I mean, kids go out and a lot of energy, compete, everything you ask. This morning I'm down in the weight room. Before I go up to my office, I spent an hour and a half down there in the weight room with our strength coach and guys on voluntary lifts, and they're down there, and our kids like each other. They like being around each other. They like working out with each other. It's about 25 kids down there this morning, and didn't have to be there. They're down there working out, and so I think we've turned the corner on the environment. As Brent said earlier, talking to him, a year ago we were 20 plays away from having a chance to win the game. We're only like 4, 5, 6 now, so we're getting closer. So I like that. I'll take that. We'll keep getting better. Is the saying we use around here. We'll try to enhance it and make it better, and try to win some games.
Some beers have a lot of ingredients, a lot of different ingredients. Our beer is brewed with 4 essential ingredients: barley, rice, water, and hops. Here's to the beer you can always count on, brewed to be America's favorite light lager.
What do I like about Texas State?
People watching on the quad.
I love that we can express ourselves.
Our campus is so beautiful. Bobcat football.
The glass bottom boat.
Our professors are amazing. When I see Old Main, I know I'm home.
We're the only university in Texas to graduate a U.S. president.
Downtown San Marcos is practically on campus.
Outback Library. Soapbox Derby.
I'm doing amazing research.
I'm definitely jumping in the river at graduation.
I'm just proud to be a Bobcat.
Can I say all my favorite things?
At this past Saturday's game, Texas State football honored veterans who served our country and also recognized seniors in their last home game. Senior linebacker Lewis Rubin was recognized in both categories. Rubin served in the Army prior to playing for the Bobcats and plans on re-enlisting in the military after his career at Texas State.
I mean, I wanted to play college ball in high school, and I didn't have a ton of teams, trying to come recruit me. So the Army was my fallback, and I'm glad I did it. It was one of the best 4 years of my life, and September 11th was a big deal for me, and that was another thing that made me want to serve. And so
Lewis has a military background, and Lewis may have been the first guy to get it, because of that background. And though he doesn't play, very much, he played a little bit on kickoff last year, but Lewis is one of those guys that's kind of, he talks the message all the time to a bunch of our young guys.
I try to come in every day and show, try to show some leadership and maturity, and I think that's something that, a young program like this one, I think they can learn a lot from that. I think they see that, and they kind of take some of that and kind of develop some of their own mature tendencies, and I think, I don't want to say I've been a big part of that, but I think I just try to lead through example rather than just by talking. So when Coach Withers brought us all together in fall camp last year and presented me with a scholarship in front of all my teammates, that was a really proud moment for myself, and just kind of a testimony of all the hard work I'd put through. And I thanked all of my teammates, because without them I couldn't have gotten it. So, but that was a very special moment for me.
Playing his last home game wearing a Texas State uniform was both memorable and an honor for Ruben. As he moves on from the Bobcat team, he will now proudly wear a uniform in honor of our country.
Our goal now is to try to transform the players in our program into a better football program, a better football team. An accountability level that's off the charts.
Stretch, man, stretch. What are you doing? Anything we're saying is being recorded. It's getting sent to the FBI.
Yeah, you might cook.
Yeah. Get deep in it, man. Deep. +2. Low, man. Hips win the game, baby. Hips win the game. Oh, I can't push through my heels like that. I can only break dance. I can only go balls on my feet. Hey, you know what? I'm an athlete. I never put the weight on my heels. I'm only on the balls of my feet. Oh, stop. Hutch. We're tight. Slide down, Dennis. Hey, new back. I need a new back. Let's go. Rotate. Sure, I had 3 dudes have reps.
Let's go.
No, it starts at 0. There's no rollover days. This isn't AT&T Singular. You don't even remember Singular, do you? Yeah, you're probably like in 2nd grade. Oh, look at his hips. Look at having his hips. Hey, you see that? You're still standing right here. No. He was just like this, and they checked it, and he went just like that. All right, don't believe me. Whatever you think it is, right, take 2 more steps. 2 more steps. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, you're catching everything right here. Think high hands from my eyes, right? Where you think it's right here, take 2 more steps. Be prepared for, hey, read the nose of the ball. If it's down, it's gonna die, right? You better go. Yeah, see? Hey, guru. Guru. Oh my God. Never let him catch the punt again. Let's go!
There you go.
Go ahead, don't Superman, right? Stay low. Let's go! Attack! There you go. Robert, hey, don't go head down. Right, last second. Drop, hey, drop, pop. His hips are gonna drop. Look how low that thigh board is. Look how low that's over that thigh board is, right? Makes sense? So my hips have to drop real low, and as I'm making contact in the bag, you're not gonna be able to go all the way up. But getting your eyes in the sky is gonna help you get a little bit of lift on his leg, you know what I'm saying? Let's go! There it is, good. Let's go! There it is, good. Hey, make sure that thing isn't bouncing. Thing bouncing up and down, make sure they get a good target. Here we go. Let's go! Bring it. There it is, good, Robert. Good, here we go. Pull, get off of it, and get a burst. Let's go! Deliver! Hey, low to high, right? Drop your hips, drop, pop. Hips! There it is, violent, man, be violent. There it is, good, nice, good burst, good.
Hey Bobcats, make sure to show your love and follow the Bobcats on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and their YouTube channel.
Show off your tailgating skills and team pride, and you could win a $100 HEB gift card and bragging rights. To participate, all you have to do is show your team spirit by decking out your tailgate site and displaying HEB products in a creative way. Check out this week's winner.
What do I like about Texas State?
I love that we're close to Austin and San Antonio.
The observatory, great stargazer.
Outback Library.
Our professors are amazing.
Our Brown Theater building.
People watching on the quad.
We're the only university in Texas to graduate a U.S. president. Our campus is so beautiful.
I love our flexible class schedules.
Saving turtles at the Turtle Crossing.
Downtown San Marcos is practically on campus.
The new labs at Star Park. I love that we can express ourselves.
Grabbing lunch at Jones.
Bobcat football. The Glass Bottom Boat.
Soapbox Derby.
I'm doing amazing research.
I love the squirrels around campus.
I love exploring new ideas at Common Experience.
When I see Old Main, I know I'm home.
The courtyard at Taylor Murphy.
I love our student art galleries.
Climbing the rock wall at the rec center.
I'm definitely jumping in the river at graduation.
I'm just proud to be a Bobcat.
Can I say all my favorite things?
Since the Bobcats joined the Sun Belt, they've played Arkansas State late in the season every year since 2013, and this season, no different, as the Bobcats travel to Jonesboro this Saturday to take on the Red Wolves. For more on A-State, we're joined by radio broadcaster Matt Stoles from the EAB Red Wolves Sports Network. And Matt, thanks for joining us. Here we are again in late November with Arkansas State in the hunt for a Sun Belt championship, although last week the Red Wolves suffered their first conference loss, a 24-19 defeat at South Alabama. Where did things get away from the Red Wolves in Mobile last week?
Well, first off, Brant, great to be with you. And you go back to this past Saturday, and obviously a disappointing loss. It was a game that the Red Wolves turned it over 6 times in, and you're really not going to be able to win a lot of games that way. And I think that South Alabama came out, they played hard, they executed their game plan, and they were able to take advantage of 3 first-quarter turnovers, and that put them up early. They led 10-0 after 1, and really they had a conservative game plan after that, and they were able to take advantage of some Arkansas State mistakes. Now, even with the 6 turnovers, the Red Wolves had 2 chances late in the fourth quarter to go down and score, and they turned it over both times. One of those times they fumbled at the 1-yard line as Justice Hanson was trying to dive into the end zone. So a couple of opportunities late, but just kind of hitting the reset button now and trying to refocus for Texas State this week.
Matt, you mentioned the turnovers, uncharacteristic for the Sun Belt's highest scoring offense this season. The Red Wolves averaging more than 37 points per game. An offense led by quarterback Justice Hanson, who, despite the turnovers this past week, has some of the best numbers in the Sun Belt at the quarterback position this season. How much of a leap has Hanson made from a year ago to this season?
Well, he's been phenomenal, and he's taken a big leap from last year. And he was good last year. He was 8-2 as a starter. But you look at what Justice has done this year. He's already broken the single-season school record for touchdown passes. He did that in 7 games. He's sitting at 27 touchdown passes now through 8 games, and that's just 5 away from tying the Sun Belt's all-time record. So he's really playing well. And Blake Anderson talks about it a lot. He's really an extension of Coach Anderson now. He thinks the way that Coach Anderson does. He did throw the 4 picks the other day, but a couple of those were deflected passes, and Coach Anderson actually took the blame for the last one that ended the ball game, telling him Justice threw it exactly where he was supposed to on that play. But, you look at what Justice has been able to do this year. He's not only doing it with his arm, which has been phenomenal, but his decision-making has certainly been very good. And then he's a guy that can run the football as well. And, he's the second leading rusher on this team right now. He's a guy that has definitely turned into a dual threat at that quarterback spot.
On top of Arkansas State's top-scoring offense, their defense giving up the second fewest amount of points in the Sun Belt this season. A defense led by Javon Roland-Jones, just a beast of a player at defensive end. Matt, during your time covering Arkansas State football, you've seen some great defensive players. What makes Roland-Jones stand out?
Well, he's just a phenomenal pass rusher, and you look at his entire body of work over the course of his career, and he's always been that. He has 9 sacks this season, which is second in the country, but he's also now second all-time on the FBS sack list. He's sitting at 39.5 right now in his career. The all-time record is Terrell Suggs with 44, so that record is certainly in sight with 3 regular season games and hopefully a bowl game after that for the Red Wolves. So you look at Javon and what he's done as a defensive end just as a whole. His first 2 years at Arkansas State, he was a very good pass rusher, but he certainly wasn't the all-around player at defensive end that he is right now. You talk about him having an NFL future. I think the year before last, maybe he wasn't in that spot, but now he is with the way he plays the run. He's not just a pass rusher only anymore. He's really become a fantastic all-around defensive end for us.
I alluded to some of the history the Bobcats and Red Wolves have with one another, and every time they played, something has been on the line. A bowl game, a conference title, and this weekend, that's on the line again for Arkansas State in the hunt for both. Looking at the way these two teams match up, what trends have you seen, Matt, from the two over the years, and what are your expectations this Saturday?
Well, just talking with our coaches already the past couple of days, they're blown away with how hard the Bobcats play. That's something that is a reflection of how they feel about their head coach, in this case, Coach Withers, and this coaching staff, and for them to be playing so hard, and you can definitely see the improvement not only with the scores, but our coaches will tell you they see it on film as well, that this is a very young team and one that is certainly going to be one to be reckoned with the final 2 games of this year and certainly going on in the next year. But we expect a hard-fought game on Saturday, and it's been that way over the course of the last few years. Brant, you've seen that in person too.
Yes, Matt, I have, and looking forward to another competitive game this Saturday in Jonesboro. Kickoff is at 2 o'clock. Thanks again to Matt Stoles from the EAB Red Wolf Sports Network, and that will do it for this week's show. I'm Brant Freeman, reminding you to trust the path. We'll see you next time.